Well, good afternoon. Happy Sunday to all those here on YouTube. First of all, I want to come out saying that I want to thank all those that have shown me support, and I also want to thank all those that have shown me the disdain. What I was going to do this morning was come out here and spill a lot of beans, but I'm going to spill just enough to get people to thinking like I've been thinking. As we know, I'm in a lot of questions about me being old. Let me first reiterate. Hello, Gerald Bell. How you doing, sir? Good morning to you. I may not put stuff up in the thing because I was told certain things. Saying hello is great. Great to see you, Gerald Bell, one of my supporters. Also to Gail Wallace, my moderator. Thank you for being up here this morning with me. Uh, as we all know, and to let you know, hey, I'm healthy, I'm fine, I'm great, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Okay. Uh, have I been shook by things that have been going on? Yes, I've been shook, but only to the core of why people did these things and why they've done these things. And I want to say, and to all those out there that have a story in their storyline, in their mind, and everything, it will be bought out. It'll be bought out. And yes, I am going to be going to court. So just be aware of that. But I'm going to also continue doing what I've been doing here on YouTube, coming in, watching people's chats, looking at how we treat one another and how we do one another and say things. Um, my situation started out with me being, first of all, making a mistake of hollering about me being old. Let me reiterate once again, people. Yeah, I'm old, but I'm a very, very vibrant thinking uh, old young man that loves life. And I love the people that I communicate with and surround myself with at times. But there is times that I've learned that people have become so within the realms of the devil until they have to make themselves look big in order to look great on these YouTube streets. Now, as everybody want to know, do you lie? Do we lie? Yeah, we all lie. Sometimes we fabricate shit. But when I come up to admit to you the things that I have done and the things I haven't done, then it's up to you to decide. And from what I'm deciding now, a lot of people want to hear the fuck shit. They don't want to hear the truth no more. And the truth of the matter is, I've listened to certain content creators. I've listened to what they had to say about me and about the situation. And I also know that my situation has never been the one that nobody can say it hasn't happened to them before. Did I ever thought it would happen to me? No, because I was so naive and trusting a person that I thought cared about me, someone that I thought really, really wanted to have something in life with me. And don't get it twisted or anything about me being lonely or all this bullshit. This was a relationship like a lot of you guys supposedly have on here, a true relationship with somebody and they turn against you. But the only thing about it, she was a woman, she was a female. Hello, right back. Great to see you over here. Thank you for being up here this morning. It's, the only thing that you would feel as a man, and I'm saying this as a human being, a man to a woman, a real woman is not going to get out there and do something to a man that's supposed to be her man or somebody that was taking care of her for years to get on another platform. And they know you're on YouTube. They watch you, they see you, they hear everything you say to people. But yet, when they get jealous and try to tell you that you're doing too much with the women and all that, I can understand jealousy and all that good shit. Thank you, right back. Thank you. I'm not going to play into that kind of game with no woman that I'm with, regardless. because I'm for real with me on here on these streets. I came on these YouTube streets about 4 or 5, well, more than 5 years ago. I listen to people, I watch people. I went over to a certain damn platform to where it was late night, and I was up late night, and I listened to them and I listened to how people did things. And so I went up there, and everybody knows the history. Yeah, I called a certain woman on there a crackhead, and let's not change the storyline or anything. She was called a crackhead by me, and I apologized for it. I then had people telling me that I needed to form my own platform and do the things that I like to do, be myself. So I created a channel where I played music, knowing all along I would know of how people would get copyrighted strikes and YouTube was knocking them down and tearing them down here on the YouTube streets. But at the same time, I was with this woman that went up on this man's platform and tried to tell me what I needed to do. I ignored it. I ignored it. So throughout the course of the years, yes, I was paying her. I wasn't paying her. I was sending her money because she told me a lie. She lied to me in my face because she thought I was an old man that didn't know any better. She thought that because I was some buffoon, some black man in another country that doesn't know how to fight back, that I needed to be in a nursing home, like a lot of people are saying now. No, people, all old people don't need to be in a nursing home. They need to be out there in the community, thriving with the youngsters, trying to teach you something, trying to say something, uh, showing you that we still have a life. If you go to my channels, you see, yeah, I had music, but I also had other stuff. I also had other contents. When I got mad with this certain individual, I would make things about him and say things, but that's only to let him know that, hey, I'm a man. You cannot disgrace my platform because you don't like when certain people come over there and see what I'm doing. They drop down in my chat, they say hello, and we have fun. Good morning, Nappy Child. Glad to see you too. And for all you people that come up here and are brave enough to say hi to me in my chat, I thank you for it, because there's a lot of people that aren't brave enough to say hello to me in my chat or even say hi, even when I'm playing music. They listen, they enjoy themselves, and that's it. Now, when it comes to gossip and innuendos, it all started, let's face it, it all started with Sir King. Everybody knows Sir King and I have been arch nemesis from day one after I left his fucking channel, his platform, and everything else. He would put pictures of me up as George Jefferson. I was this, I was that. I took it to heart because you know why? I figured, why would this man, if he wants people to thrive and prosper on these YouTube streets, why would he do this to me? And I talked to Natasha about that. I sure did, because she said, you are a threat to people. You are a threat to him. You are a threat. And I know you're listening, Natasha, because that's another thing. You would be listening whether I did my own channel or did other people's platforms, you would be listening to me and what I went up there and said and done. And I told you, when I tell you I love you, and I tell people that, it's in a Jesus way. It's not that I want to get with the women here on YouTube or anything else. I look at the world. I don't think outside of the box. I haven't thought outside of the box since I don't know when. I think outside of the world. The world is a big place. And when you have people that are watching us here on YouTube, watching the things we say, watching the things we do, and how we interact, that's what I pay attention to. Good morning, Angela Hurd, Jay Barnes, all you guys. If I miss you, I'll come back and say hello to you. But what I'm saying is about you, Sir King, I look at you real close. I always told people, my dad told me this years and years and years ago, you keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And you, Sir King, you became an enemy to me when when you tried to destroy me earlier in my days of broadcasting on YouTube, in the days when I came up on other people's platforms, the day when I went and talked about how content creators that I liked, even though I might have numbered them from 1 through 5 or whatever, you had something to say about it because why? I left you off a lot. And also, there were times when I did give you your props. Were you man enough to even recognize that? Or were you man enough to even say, well, thank you, William? No, you weren't. You're always out here trying to make a buffoonery or a fool of me talking about my copyrighted music, my voice, which in other words resonates good, Sir King. Unlike you with the raspy throat, the coughiness, and all that shit. And I got a question for you, Sir King. Are you really sick? Are you saying that about me to keep people from wondering why your voice is always fucked up in the world on these YouTube streets? That's another thing. Good morning, Jay Barnes. I I just want to find out, Sir King, what is your real ulterior motive in life? Are you the one that is just that goddamn lonely? Are you the one that is so sick in the head? Are you the one sleeping in your cars or in your basement and doing every fucked up thing? And like I said, no matter how much I hated you, Sir King, within the deep depths of my soul as a man, I still liked your content at certain times. And there are certain times that I didn't like it. Moving on, I'd seen my channel grow. And as people can look, I know people can look and go back and see how many numbers I have on my platform. And I can see how many people can see what I've been doing out here on these YouTube streets. Do I brag about it? No, I don't brag about it. I didn't cry about it either. But when your numbers went down, Sir King, your numbers went down. You decided, you decided to use me as a stepping stone for your platform, which is, and I'm looking at it, people go up there and look at you. You even bought Lemon back. Lemon's been gone a long time, and no slight to Lemon. But I believe you're paying people. You're paying people to do shit to other people to keep you relevant. That's what's in my heart. That's what I feel. And for you to bring a woman up here knowing that I had a relationship with her, I was involved with her, you showed me, and she showed me that half of you motherfuckers on here, and if it shoe don't fit, as they say, don't wear it, aren't worth a good goddamn. Okay? Am I mad? Yes, I'm mad. Am I hurt? Yes, I'm hurt. But I'm hurt because you two bitches bought personal shit out here on these YouTube streets that no one was privy to except her alone. I didn't get up there bragging every day about sending her money. I didn't get up there bragging every day about her coming up here talking about people on our private conversations. I didn't say what she was saying. I took her as a support. I took her as a woman that cared and wanted to be with me. Okay. But when you get betrayed, there's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of things people can do. They can go out, they can look for that person and bust them upside the head and all this shit. Can I go out there and look for her? No, because everybody knows she is from a different country. She is from a different country. So I'm letting you know, she even came up and let you guys know where she lived at, what she was doing, why she did it to me. How come? But in the interim, She wanted to try to ruin me on these YouTube streets, to shut me up as a man, to make me feel old and lonely, and so everybody can say, well, she must have been telling the truth. Well, let me tell you, people, I'm not alone. Yes, I'm old, and I'm not lonely because I do have family. I do have friends. I just don't talk about them as much. But for this wench, and I know she's listening, and I'm gonna call her a wench, to do this kind of low down, dirty shit and think just because you're out of the country, you can't be touched. People, let me tell you about the laws. There's a lot of law in this world. Yeah, you can say that, Jay Barnes. Lemon bought himself back. I saw that too. Like I said, I'll be watching YouTube. I don't comment on a lot of stuff. And see, that's another thing. We also let these trolls get in here and tell us shit too. Which unless you go back and look at it, don't take the trolls' word for it. Don't take the trolls or anybody's word, no matter how long they've been up here. Even mine. I'm gonna say that, even mine. If you didn't hear me say it, God damn it, don't say I said it. If I said it, I said it. Okay? But what I'm referring to is a man and a person, people. We're as human beings. We do some obnoxious shit just to try to get numbers on these goddamn YouTube platforms. I wasn't asking for all this recognition. I didn't ask that helpful to come up and expose me on, of all people's channel, Sir King's platform. And like I said, Sir King, if you had been a man and if you can relate to any kind of drama or trauma with women in your lifetime, you would have said, you know what, I'm not going to do this to this man. Would I have bought somebody up here to do that to you? Even though I might say I hate you and despise you? No, I would not. Because I'm a human being. I'm a decent person. I do love people, but I also fight for the underdog. And today I feel like I'm the underdog. I'm going to fight for myself. I'm not fighting for you. I'm not fighting for anybody else on these YouTube platforms today except for me. Now, there are people that I can say thank you to for supporting me, and you know who you are. And I know the things you said, and I heard the things you said. And if I speak out your name, there's going to be friction. So right now, I'm going to leave it as it is. It's about me. It's about being 70, and get this right, people on these YouTube streets, 73 years old. Not 30, not 40, not 50, but 73 years old. Someone that's in his right mind. I do have my right faculties. I finished high school. I went to a little college. So you want to dox that, bitches? Go ahead and dox it. That's what I'm telling to all these people that have nothing better to do than to try to dox me because they hate me because of somebody else hating me and then trying to put bullshit out here. You, Sir King, to me, are the lowest of the low when it comes to a Black content creator here on YouTube. I don't give a fuck what you might say and do towards me as far as putting up pictures like me looking like George Jefferson, flushing me down the toilet, all that shit you used to do. I don't give a shit about that. I laugh at it now because I know you despise me as being a real man, something you're not. Someone that's being out there with the, as you want to call it, the women. Everybody says the women. And I know my voice attracts people to this platform. Do I care? No, I don't care. Because all I care about is entertaining. And that's what I was trying to do, entertain people. And for Natasha to come up here and to try to ruin me because I refuse to send her any more fucking money, refuse to give her any ounce of recognition, then you want to try to ruin me? I can call you a whole bunch of bitches and everything like people want us to do on here, but I'm trying to keep it decent. But you know what? At 72, 73, what the fuck do I got to lose? You know, you say I should be on, am I on oxygen? There was one time I was on oxygen because I was sick. I had a blood clot. Those shit happen to old people. Some of that shit happens to younger people. But the truth of the matter is, I did not go back and try to degrade you as low as you tried to degrade me as a man over here in the United States, a man in a country that is free to get out and roam. They don't have a monetary money system. Free that can go and get some help when they need it at a doctor. So miss me with all that bullshit about being in a poor country, because you haven't been poor. You've been out here doing shit to people for years on these YouTube streets. You fooled men like myself, even younger men. It's not just me being old. You fooled a lot of men. You got men right now coming to you, begging you and shit because they're looking at, they're looking at a face. And I did that. I looked at the face and then later on I looked at the body. Did I judge you on that body? Fuck no, I didn't judge you. I accepted you as being a woman, being an honest woman. So far as you go, Natasha Holder, you are the lowest of low when it comes to representing women out here on these YouTube streets and in the world. You're the lowest of low because you take people's feelings and you use them for a fucking toy. And at my age, honey, I don't play with toys. I don't play with toys at all. Now, you, Sir King, back to you again, sir. This is about you. I listened to you this morning with your little smart ass church remarks and me living in my goddamn garage house. Let me tell you something, motherfucker. I'm happy in the garage house that I live in. I can get up in the morning. I can go sit out on my front stoop. I can make videos about the things that go on in my life and be contented. I can get out there and get up in the morning, cook my breakfast, cook me breakfast, even post it up on YouTube if I want to. I am happy in my little garage house. I'm tired of you making references to me living in a garage that has been turned into a home, something that I value because there are a lot of people out here that don't have a goddamn home to even live in. I watch people walk the streets. I watch people begging. I'm not doing that. I'm in my home, Sir King. Yeah, and I pay rent. The amount is none of your fucking business. The amount is nobody's business. But when you want to dox and try to find out, that's another recourse. You, Sir King, are one of the most craziest ass motherfuckers that want to try to make me feel. You think I'm going to feel at the age of 73 that I have no business living, I have no business existing, and especially not being here on these YouTube streets where I have people that come up on my music platform, even though I play copyrighted music, even though I might get a strike or something, I still come back to give them somewhere to go, to quit listening to the fuck shit, to quit listening to the craziness that goes on here, even though I listen to it myself. I have to take a break. So I know these people on YouTube have to take a break. You want to talk about me and my surroundings and my situation and what I do. Sir Kane, this is about you and the way you feel. I feel that you feel not being a man, because I know you listen. You can sit up there and lie and tell that motherfucking lie. I don't listen to his platform, but I get messages and all that bullshit. I'm telling you, I listen to your black ass. I listen to you sit up here day after day ridiculing people like Jay Wilson, who is a gay man. And I'm not defending Jay Wilson being a gay man or anything, but you defend Jay Wilson. You offend Brianna. You even went to as much as far as offend Lady Nika. And I'll come back around to her later on, people, about that. But you are the most offensive ass, black ass man. Hello, Dr. Sophie. Glad to see you. Glad to see you, Dr. Sophie. You are the most offensive black ass man I ever ran into on YouTube. Why? Because to you, it is a numbers game. It is about cash apps and all that. You talk about everybody else with their cash apps and shit. You're the most beggingest motherfucker it is on YouTube, but yet you try to hide behind the facade of you doing people things for people here up on YouTube. Like you mentioned about that goddamn last venture that they had over there. I'm sick of you, Sir King. And you are on my shit list, not only on here, but you're gonna be on my shit list when it comes to court. Because you have humiliated me as a senior citizen, buddy. You put bullshit out there. You and this other helpful, scamming helpful, have put shit out here on these airways that have caused people, number one, for division, to look at me as an old man with no goddamn sense, no rhyme or reason. So yeah, you're all a part of that, as they say, conspiracy here on YouTube to ruin black folks' dreams, to ruin black folks' personalities, to ruin black folks' lives. You're not going to ruin me, Sir King. I'm not going to die from a fucking heart attack. I'm not going to get my blood pressure up and have a stroke because I take care of myself, buddy. When I challenged you years ago to a basketball game, I was still in my 70s, and you wouldn't bring your fat ass out to comment about that. I get out and play ball. I do a lot of stuff that I normally would do that people at my age say we shouldn't be doing. I go to parks. I get out and associate with people in the world. I put up on my platforms the places that I have gone to and the things that I do. And everybody on here knows, yeah, you're my arch nemesis. You're my enemy. I didn't think of you that way at first, but now I see. Because what you did to me from a helpful standpoint, from a woman's standpoint, that when I decided not to give her money anymore to support her ass and her endeavors and the shit that she was doing, she comes out and says the thing she says about using me for 4 years. She had a man. Oh, yeah, and all that's on tape. You can't erase it, buddy. It can't be erased, Natasha. And you're listening, you better be careful because there are people looking for you. And people want to know about the Western Union stuff and all that. Yeah, they did stop it because they felt I was being scammed. As senior citizens, we do have a right. We do have protection. Okay, whether it's on these YouTube streets or anywhere else. Hey, I don't know. You know, people tell me about Sir King being fat and out of shape and all that. I walk around the block. People see me out walking at places and doing things. Haven't seen Sir King do a fucking thing except be up on here and try to ridicule people and tear them down because of what? Maybe he is fat. I'm gonna say maybe. Maybe he is fat. Maybe he is obese. Maybe that's one reason why he's always at Brianna. It ain't because he loves Brianna. It's because he wants to try to make a goddamn fool out of Brianna. Or he wants to make a fool out of Lady Nika. He wants to make a fool out of Dovey. And all the women that gravitate toward me as a man and just do fuck shit. I never came up on here talking about anybody like that. Never would. Yeah, do I flirt? That's another thing. People want to know, do I flirt? Yeah, men flirt. But this is the degrees we take it to. Have I asked for anybody's phone number? You know how people got my phone number? I was doxxed. I was doxxed. Okay. And when I say doxxed, yeah, I had my little shit up there, but you had to go in close to see that phone number. You had to open up that page and magnify it and then call me. And then what happened after that? All hell broke loose. I don't communicate with people through the phones or anything like that. The only person I had in my DM that I talked to and on Messenger was Natasha Holder. Hell, even Miguel doesn't have my information. We're friends on Facebook, We go in and we look at each other's stuff. And let me tell you another thing about that. Being on Facebook, my Facebook has always been open to my friends. It hasn't been open to, and I know what people are going to say. Well, you shouldn't be up there on and all that, but that's another social medium we got, Facebook. You can go in there and look at somebody's Facebook page and see what they do and see where they're at and see how they live. Natasha Holder opened me up to her Facebook page. Why? Because now that I figured out as an old man, somebody that, yeah, I was alone back then. I was a prey. I was going to be her victim. I was going to be a victim. Hey, Miss Brown, baby, how you doing, sweetie? Uh, she already had made up in her mind. But during the 4 years that we were together, did I ever come up here and really, really talk about her and say, no, it was like the last two times near the course of this year and the early part of last year that she was spoken about being my woman here on YouTube. Then she went up on Boss Lady New Jersey's panel while I was in the hospital. Everybody wants to know, was I in the hospital? Did I? People, I had a fucking blood clot on my lung. Me and Natasha had got into an argument about what I had broadcasted earlier during the week. I fell out with her, she fell out with me. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to do this and that to you. I didn't tell people this because number one, I'm a man. I'm supposed to handle my business. I'm not supposed to run everybody up on YouTube and say, I'm getting punked by a woman or I'm getting trashed by a woman and I need y'all's help. No, I don't need your help. I let y'all see later on down the road what happened. She came up here as a woman and she trashed a man that supported her for 4 fucking years. And I'm supposed to sit back and take this bullshit? If I was your dad, I got kids. My kids are telling me what to do. They're telling me what to say and how to say it. And I also have attorneys. An attorney, Kwani, you're listening to. Thank you for your lovely rendition of Cape Girardeau. People will be interested in that also. See, like I said, we have to be careful what we do and what we say here on YouTube. If it's a lie, it's a lie. But if it's the truth, goddamn it, speak it. And that bitch didn't speak the truth. She didn't tell you how she came up here after I did a live, or she watched me a couple of days and wanted to argue with me about being on certain platforms, about not saying things to certain people, about not getting back with them, because that's just not me. It wasn't me, and it's not going to be me. The only thing I can say is I came here on YouTube to entertain. My personal life didn't have anything to do with it. My past discretions, yeah, I spoke about some of them, but that's in the past. I'm living and looking toward a better and brighter future. I don't know why I didn't see her clearly either. Maybe you can say I was alone. But when you love somebody and you care about somebody within your heart, even though you never met them, you still want to support them. Okay? And let me talk to you guys about LaGale. Everybody wants to know why LaGale this, why LaGale's that. LaGale is her own person, people. I never asked her or questioned her why she does things. If she wants to talk about it, she'll talk about it. That's all I can say. But one thing I do know, I know when people support me, and she's a good supporter. The rest of these people on here, yeah, they'll support you for a time being, and they'll cut your ass now. Because why? It's all about the numbers game. I'm not playing numbers games with anybody. If you want to be up here and listen to me and watch me, that's great. If you want to share me out, that's great. But it's not about numbers with me. It all started out with Sir Kane's jealous-hearted fucking ass trying to cut down my platform because I brought something to light Something, yeah, people were doing music on YouTube, but they were afraid. I'm not afraid to do it. And I'm not afraid to recognize people that come up here and have fun while I'm doing it. But he wanted to cut everybody down and out. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. I don't care. I don't care what somebody has to say about me personally, but when you bring my family into it and my kids, and I'm personally involved with you, then it's time to draw the line. You guys heard Natasha saying about my kids don't love me, my kids don't care. You heard Natasha saying I don't have any friends. But how in the fuck can you say that when I do have support on here, YouTube? How can you say that when my kids are calling me and saying, Daddy, don't do it. Don't get up there and act up anymore. Or even when I get my next door neighbor, which is subscribed to me on YouTube, saying this is some foul shit. And let me tell you, folks, my neighbor is white. Yeah, they're white. So when they tell me this is some foul shit, you know you can do something about this. I'm finna take every step and recourse of action that I can to let people know you can be hit in your wallet, people. When you get up there and dox a motherfucker and you put out his other family's information, when you go up there and say things about other people that you know not to be true, and you run with that narrative and you spin off on it, and everybody else spins off on it. You don't do that. And especially to senior citizens, we claim we love our older, our elderly, but it's the younger people on here that's doing this shit. People like Natasha, people like Sir King, they're doing it. So YouTube, I hope you have a happy life together. And as far as YouTube goes, you may not be on here long because there is such a thing as harassment, bullying, causing someone mental distress. And people can say, well, you're not mental, you're not distressed mentally if you're up there talking. No, I'm talking because I'm tired of holding it in. I'm tired of being made a buffoon, as everybody want to say. I've been made a fool, a buffoon, and a clown of, and I don't speak. I have some people on here that want to hear it's okay to fight back. I want some people on here to let them know, hey, it's okay. You don't have to take that kind of bullshit. It's one thing about beefing, but when it comes to low rating a person, bringing their family in it, talking about what they did in the past to other people, and they're trying to live productive lives out there in the world, we're going to fight back. We're going to fight back. Well, thank you, Jay Barnes. I know what you're saying. And a lot of people don't know that you can have something done to people like that. You can. You can. And Sir King, you were a damn fool. Now you got yourself involved in the bullshit because it was up on your goddamn platform that she bought that shit up there and told the world. I'm not saying just here in the United States, the world about what she was doing. So you can make your coins, so you can make your chat become lively again. Oh, buddy, you done messed up. You done messed up big time. And just because you want to say you're an avatar, nobody's seen your face, nobody's never done this. It doesn't make a difference, Sir King. You're going to have to show up in court. You're going to have to answer to why you did this to this man, to this old man. You're going to have to answer to it. Just like other people had to answer the shit that they done on YouTube. And when it comes out, we'll all see you. We'll all know you. Now, I'm not going to go into the details, but be one thing for certain and two things for sure I learned as being old as I am. A motherfucker it could be a day, a week, a month, even years before the law reaches out and touch your ass. I've learned that lesson a long time ago. A long time ago. And for all you trolls that come up here and want to try to support and say what I'm saying and what I'm doing, I didn't bring the shit to YouTube. Sir King and Natasha bought it. Okay. And far as going back and forth with Natasha during my private conversations, I didn't do that at all. The things I said to her in private were that I thought private. Now, you want to know did I ever call Lady Nika? Everybody wants to know did I call Lady Nika a gorilla or did I call her ape or anything? No. But she referred to you women on here as scum. She referred to you as, did she refer to Lady Nika as ape? Yes, she did. Did I say anything? No. I didn't come to her defense because I was tired of defending people with her about what I was doing here on these YouTube streets. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you all the private conversations we had when she came out and told you all the private shit we had. We've done. I didn't do it like that. But am I going to try to cover up for her when she says we did videos and shit like that? No, fuck no. I'm man enough to admit it because I am a man. Yeah, we done it, but I didn't bring it to the streets. She brought it to the streets. Okay? Don't forget that. Am I going to post shit up about her out there on the streets? No. Like I said, I'll let the courts handle it. There's ways. There's things that'll go on. Am I going to get with you guys and tell you day from day what's going on? No, because I know you never, as you say, you don't let your right hand know what your left hand's doing. I'm not doing that. But what I'm letting Sir King know, I think he's a foul, despicable individual to bring someone up on a platform to try to humiliate me as a man, being a man, because he didn't like what was happening with me on my platform, my growing, my becoming. Uh, I'm not gonna say no celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. Just being another human being that other people would go to and listen to when I was playing my music. When I was doing things, wasn't having people coming up tearing other people down. So that's where it started with him. But it's going to end with you, Sir King, with me being compensated for it. And when I mean compensated, it doesn't mean monetarily. It means within my soul, within my heart, within my being an old man that I can one day look back and say, well, you know what? Everybody on here is not like you, Sir King. And I'm not going to stay away from YouTube. That's another thing, people. I'm not going to stay away from YouTube. I'm not going to stop bringing you my content, which was mostly music all the time, and have you listen to it. I'm not going to stay away from YouTube doing that. You want to strike me, and I know how people do. They can strike you and say that that's their music and they belong to it. But I'm not going to do that. Oh, she's been dropped. She was dropped. Really, she was dropped 3 days before. She was dropped 3 days before Brown Baby. Really, a week before that. But I didn't go on YouTube and tell anybody. I didn't go on YouTube and broadcast it. And I sure in the hell didn't go on anybody else's platform and talked about what I was doing for her and how I was supporting her these last 4 years. She went to another man's platform and did that shit to me. So, as I'm saying, and I'm not going to say, she is my epitome of a black woman that is marked with the devil in her heart. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. Uh, you guys, you know that on Sunday, I I I try to listen to football. I first of all I do my church stuff and then I listen to football. But I'm sorry because I haven't been keeping schedule. I've been busy doing the things that I need to do in order to get my mind straight and set. So even when if it hits locally here, or even if it goes nationally or worldwide, I'm able to talk and let people know there are old people on here that sometimes get suckered. There are old people that sometimes fall in love too, you know, and shit happens to them. But when you're scammed and you're coerced and you brag about it, it's time for a change. It's time for a change. And the only thing I can say is there's a lot going on. There's a lot in this world that's going to change. But Sir King, you are the epitome of a black man that hates other black people. I'm definitely going to say that to you and about you. You do hate us. You hate me for being who I am. You hate me for having the voice that I have. You hate me for having content, and my only content is music. It's not signifying. It's not getting out there talking about women and how they look, their aesthetics. To me, all women are beautiful. There's no woman out there, even with their camera slips. I didn't go up there and try to talk about their camera slips or how other people deem them, but you have been the one to do it. And just because I didn't fall into your fold, now you want to try to ruin me. I don't think so. I don't think so, Sir King. Not one iota. I'm gonna be listening and I'm gonna be taking notes. And the only thing I'm gonna say is you're gonna have to show your face real soon. My face is up there. It's always been up there. Even out when I did my videos out in the streets, I am a viral 73-year-old senior citizen that love to communicate, to have fun with people, to let them know that there is more to life than YouTube. There's more to life than staying up here cussing out somebody, trying to belittle somebody, dock somebody, talk about the kids on here, talk about the parents, talk about dead folks. There's more to life than this, sir. And if you guys want me to get that low, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not going to do it. But I will let you know when you're doing it. And for me, that's my salvation. That's my going to church. That's my inner feelings. Now, when I say I love you guys, I love you, but I can't love the devil anymore. I can't love this hatred that's going on, make it in my heart feeling like I got to be like everybody else. I'm just tired of the lies and the innuendos because I chose at one time to trust somebody I thought that really cared about me. Am I going to continue being bitter like that? No, because there is somebody that out there that loves me and cares for me. There is somebody out there that I can sit and talk to and have a conversation, and we don't talk about YouTube. And who they are, I'm not letting you guys know because that'll only start a whole new conversation. Just listen when I say it's very trifling, very trifling. Like like people say on here, there are no friends on YouTube. And even if you love someone, they can turn out to be your worst enemy. So that being said, you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I thank all you guys that came up. I see I had a few people in the chat that were brave enough to come up and say hello and do everything. Thank you guys for your support. And I'll be back on these streets. I'll be doing my music. If I get flagged, then you know my haters are playing too. But I'll be doing things on here to try to make you guys feel better, to make you forget there's more to life than just beefing and cussing one another out. And as a 73-year-old, I will be shooting more videos. It's Christmas time. I'm gonna go out and shoot out Christmas lights in people's homes with their decorations and enjoy myself and let the law take care of the lawless. So that with being said, you guys have a great day. Thank you, Jay Barnes. Dr. Soapy, you be blessed too and keep up that good work. Your music is fantastic. I would like to do a versus live with you on these YouTube streets, but right now I don't know what they would do or what they would say, you know. And it doesn't matter. And I want to say one more thanks to a lady I listened to yesterday, even though her chat got crazy too. But I know Miss T Velocity, thank you so very much. Miss Cruiser, thank you so much. Okay. Demetria Lit All Day, thank you so very much. And to all the people out there, male, female, even if James, even thank you so much. James Caldwell, thank you so much for you guys' support, for you guys wanting to know different things. Yes, remember, this is an entertainment app, period. But when it comes to being a app to where you're trying to degrade somebody and make them lose their channel or make them get off of here and be quiet, it becomes something else to me. It's man's hatred, inhumanity towards man. You know, it's not that I'm trying to save the world, but I'm going to save my life. I'm going to save my heart. I'm going to save my soul to when a person comes up and talk to me and they need for advice or they want to hear something, I could tell the truth about it and just be me and just be me. Once again, thank you all for this Sunday. Thank you all for listening. And I will be back doing music when I don't know. I'll be back. And I missed the church service this morning too. But let me tell you, Sir King, you don't make a mockery out of church and God. And you doing it worse than Jay Wilson. You've done it worse than Jay Wilson. So that being said, thank you all for listening. Bye bye.